Hey guys, how's it going? Hope everybody's having a wonderful week. Mine could be a little bit better. On my last motorcycle video about the spark plugs, I found something on my bike. Let me show you what I got. Okay, so as you can see, I've already undone the back seat and the front seat. I've undone the 2 bolts of the tank, took off the cowl up here on the speedometer, and I've also removed the 1 bolt here. And so the tank is completely free, but this is what I found. I don't know if you can tell, but my bike has a gas leak. So that paper towel I just removed from under the gas tank, you can see a little bit of color change right here. That's because this side is all filled with gas and that's still dry. Now I've already been out here working on it, and on the other side I put some I put some JB weld on, and I don't know if it worked or not. I think I'm seeing some right there. So I think I'm going to go about this a different way, but I need to go to the store and buy a few things. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to completely empty the tank. I got about another 2 gallons left in the tank yet, but I'm going to take that off, empty it out, flip it over, clean everything off with some degreaser, put some water in it for 2 purposes. One is to take out all the fumes from the gasoline. You just completely fill the tank and all that should be out of there, so when I start soldering, that's right, that's how I'm going to try to fix it. When I start soldering, it should end up filling, doing what it needs to do. But I mean, I got a lot to do to get this project done. So today, as you can see, I've already started working on it, but today it's to take the gas out. I wanted to get the tank inside. It's still quite cold out. And I want the metal of the gas tank to warm up. I'm going to actually do most of the work inside. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. I'm fixing a leaky gas tank. Something I've never done before. I've never really soldered anything before. But how hard can it be, right? You just need a soldering iron, some solder, and some flux. Really? That's it. Now the big thing is I really need to clean up the area where the leak is coming from. So I'm going to have to actually strip the paint off and stuff like that. I'll worry about that later because, I'm finishing it all off. I mean, I might show it in the video, but I want to actually take probably my side cover, take that down to the local auto shop and see about trying to get as close to color as possible, and then repainting it all when I'm done. But I've got a long way to go before I get there. I got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Oh, come on, you know the song. Yes, I modified it a little bit, but you know it. Alright, so I actually have to run to the hardware store and get a few things. I don't have a siphon pump or anything like that, so I'm going to see if the hardware store has one. I want to pick up a solder iron, solder, and flux. Oh, and some degreaser. Believe it or not, I don't have any. Alright, so let's go to the hardware store. Alright guys, I got to the store, picked up a new siphon hose. As you can see, it all gets curled up in the packaging. So I'm trying to straighten it out just a little bit. I'm going to put it down in my tank. And then this is just a kitty litter bucket that I cleaned out down here. Alright, I got it going. Alright, may have to figure out something else to hold this and everything. I'm going to have to get the hose down into the tank more. Alright, well that siphon didn't work for shit. The hose is just so wound up, I can't straighten the damn thing out. I went around, I wasn't sure what was going to happen when I started pulling the hoses on the gas tank. But apparently there's something in the electronics of the gas tank that doesn't allow anything to come out of all the little ports and stuff. So let me show you what I've done. Alright, first was this hose here. Yep, so I undid that. It's got one of those little wire clips, so I'm going to end up having to probably replace that with a standard hose clip. But that, let's see if I can get it. Yeah, that was attached right there. That was towards the front of the tank. Okay, so it's located right there. And there are two back here. Got that one here and got this one here. Again, it's got those little wire clips on it. But those were attached to those 2 points there. The hose with the red stripe on it. See that red stripe? And this one's got a blue stripe. Those were, the red stripe was the one towards the front, and the blue stripe was the one towards the back. So you can see there's one there, there's another one there. Okay, on the battery, you got these two here. This one came out of here, this one came out of here. Oh, sorry. The smaller one, of course, goes to that one. The larger one goes to that one. Then let's see. This here was kind of interesting to take off. This is actually your fuel line, and it connects right there. But what you have to do is you actually have to push this up. You know, when it's attached, you got to push it forward, and then you got to squeeze these gray areas right here. There's one on each side, so you got to be able to squeeze it. But it kind of pivots a little bit, so that helps you out. And then once you get it pushed up and squeezed in, it'll just slide right off. Then, of course, I've undone the electrical hookups up here for the speedometer and the ignition. So everything should be ready to go. So I'm going to take the tank off. I'll pop the top, you know, the gas cap, and then I'll just dump it in the kitty litter bucket. All right, let's do it. All right. So the gas tank, as you can see, is completely off. Take my key, pop the gas cap itself. Just trying to reposition it, make sure that I'm getting all the gas out. All right, I think I got it emptied out. Now the fun part is I gotta fill this up with water to get all the gasoline out. That tank is heavier than you think. All right, I'm going to go take a little bit of a break. Then I'll get that inside and get it flushed out. All right, here is my update. I got the tank off, of course, as you know. Kind of narrowed it down to where it's leaking. I just don't trust myself to do any type of soldering or welding or anything like that. And I don't know actually what's going on, because from what I can see, I don't know where it's exactly coming from. Happenstance, earlier this year, there was a gentleman that wanted to join the our VRA chapter, and he is an engineer, and he actually teaches at the local tech school, Blackhawk Tech. So what are the odds? I rung him up and told him what I got. I had to leave a message for him. He called me back maybe 10-15 minutes later, and he's like, what do you got going on? It's like, I got a gas leak in my tank and I need someone who could weld it for me, and I thought it would be a really good project for your students. Oh yeah, we can do that, sure. It's like, he's like, well, you just do this and do that and the other thing, and it's like, well, I don't really have. He wanted me to check to see exactly where it's coming from. I know the approximate location. I know it's at that tab at the bottom back of the gas tank, but I don't know exactly what's going on. I don't know if there's corrosion underneath that area, to where they might have to cut off the entire tab, maybe do some metal fabrication to stop the rusting. I don't know about all that stuff. Or if it's just a pinhole around one of the welds that holds the tab on. Again, I just don't know. But anyway, he was sitting there going, oh yeah, we'll just, get it taken off and stuff like that, and we'll figure it all out. It's like, oh, cool. So yeah, I've already got the tank off. In fact, it's just sitting in my dining room right now. And he's like, oh, okay. Well, he goes, well, I got to go into Shopier tomorrow, so why don't I just swing by tomorrow and pick it up? Sounds good to me. So yeah, I'm actually going to have him take my tank to Blackhawk Tech, and the welding students are going to put it on for me, or fix it, or whatever they're going to do. And I told them that it's most likely on the underside of the tank. That's where I think it's coming from, but if I have to go get some actual paint to have to repaint my tank, I can do that. So, as long as the color's close enough. I mean, that area actually sits underneath the seat. So as it curves down, the seat comes in and kind of covers it. So if I have to repaint it a little bit, as long as I get the color close, I can go to a local car fix-up shop just down at the corner, and they've got car colors down there. I'll just take one of my, you can see all the pieces on my workbench over there. I'll just take one of my side covers down there and try to match the color as close as possible. That's kind of what my plan was so far. And yeah, so hopefully I'll get a non-leaky tank with a little MIG welding on it in hopefully just a couple of days. I'm not sure how long it's going to take for them to get to it, but yeah, I'm kind of excited now. It's like, and I don't know what he's going to charge me. I know it's a school project, but they might have a little bit of a cost that they might want me to cover, so we'll see what happens. So I'm liking it. It's better than taking it to some shop and telling them, and they're going to look at me and say, oh, okay, it's going to be $100, $150, $200 just to weld a little spot, So, yeah. I'm happy. I'm a happy man. Well, my bike's in pieces, but I'm still a happy man. All right. I will see you later. I'll update this whenever I get that tank back. It's going to be a few days, I know, because he's not picking it up until tomorrow. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So I'll see you in a few days.